Hi, this is Alex Helmbrecht, the Sports Information Director at Chadron State College. I'm sitting here this morning with Chadron State head football coach Jay Long. The Eagles, who are ranked in the top 20 in both the American Football Coaches Association top 25 and the D2Football.com top 25, continued their strong play as of late with a 35-13 victory at Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference rival Western State. The Eagles led from wire to wire the game. They kind of had a few hiccups. Western State scored on the final play of the first half and then on the opening play of the second half. But after that, the Eagles scored 21 straight and really ran away with the game to earn the 35-13 win. It was the Eagles' 16th straight win over Western State, who used to be one of the dominant teams in the RMAC. They're working their way up with former CSC assistant coaches there at the helms. Jazz Bain, Ryan McDonough, Tony Case, and Mike Imoni are doing a job improving the Mountaineers, but they're not quite there yet, Coach. It's still a tough team and a tough task for your team on the road.
Yeah, when you looked at them on film, they were really a spooky team to play because their defense had been playing very strong, against their previous opponents. They'd taken Adams State to a 2-point game, and they created a ton of turnovers, versus Adams State. So they were a team that we knew we had to go out and compete against. And really, all week we talked about our focus was putting together a complete game, complete on offense, complete on defense, and complete on special teams. And when you look at it on all three of those facets, we had a good day.
Two things that really stuck out to me. I listened to the game. I wasn't able to travel with the team. John McClain completed over 75% of his passes, and your running game really got going. Glenn Clinton went over 100 yards. Michael Madkins scored on a touchdown, and Cody Paul came in and provided what he does. It was a change of pace back and ran for about 70 yards in the fourth quarter alone. But then defensively, your team really stepped up a notch, allowing the Mountaineers just 13 points, and minus a 65-yard play, they were under 200 yards for the day.
Yeah, when we met on Sunday, defensively, they said you take away 2 plays, and we held them under 200 yards total offense, and we still held them under 258. And I think they only ran like 54 plays, and on the other side of things, we ran 84 plays on offense. So it was a good day, and I was really proud of our players of stepping up. Defensively, I thought Pierre Etchemendy had one of his best days that he's had as an Eagle, and at least within the 2 years that I've been here. And another one was Ryan Wood. Ryan Wood got his first interception in a college game, and I thought that was huge. And like I said, defensively, it was a real solid performance. A lot of guys had tackles, which is good to see. It means if the ball went left, then that guy made the play on left side. If the ball went right, then that guy made his play there. And it was nice to see that.
As Coach mentioned, Ryan Wood, he's the current Nebraska Division II Defensive Player of the Week. John McClain earned the offensive honors, so some Eagles earning accolades there this week. Coach, when you look at this week, obviously it's homecoming week. There's probably a lot of football coaches hate distractions. You like to be in routines, and you want to eat breakfast at 9 a.m. on game days and be to the field by 10 a.m. and noon kickoff, and so you want all these things. Homecoming doesn't really present itself to that. There's a parade that people are involved with here on campus, and some of your players are going to probably have to do that. And then you got the game, a later kickoff. It's going to be a 1:30 kick against Adams State. So there's a lot of different things going into it. How are you keeping your team and your coaching staff focused this week?
I think the biggest thing is that, I even kind of reversed the roles. It's awesome to be at home. It's awesome to play, in front of our crowd. And when you look at homecoming, it's another incentive people to come to our games. And when you look at, I was looking at attendance on our sheet here, and our highest attended game was our home game. And that shows you what Eagle football is about and what our atmosphere is like. And our guys are excited to play at home and play in front of our fans and our crowd and really just show what we're about. When you look at those distractions, are they there? Yeah, they're there. But as a football player and as a student athlete, there's always distractions. And the biggest thing is you just got to deal with them. And then when that clock strikes 1:30, we need to go out and play football.
As I mentioned, the Eagles will host Adams State. The Grizzlies are currently 3-1 this season. 1-1 in the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference. They played 2 non-conference games, just like the Eagles did. However, Adams State blew out both of their opponents. And then they played Western State. That was a close game, a 16-14 matchup. Those two are traditional rivals there on the Western Range. And then, Coach, the Grizzlies probably will enter Saturday's game reeling a little bit. They played Pueblo toe-to-toe in the first half, but then the fifth-ranked Thunderwolves kind of flexed their muscle a little bit in that second half, scored some points off turnovers, and kind of turned it into a lopsided affair. Adams State with Coach Marty Heaton always brings a bunch of different things at you defensively. It's kind of what he's known for. What are you expecting the game to be, and how do you feel it'll be played out?
You know, when you look at Adams State, you know, traditionally they played us very, very well the past few years, and you know, they're a team that we know we've got to come out and play our best with. And when you look at it, Adams State in their film room right now, they got beat by Pueblo, and Pueblo got them pretty good. And in their meetings, all the coaches are putting urgency underneath their players. Urgencies do this, urgency do that. If we would have done this, the score would be like this. We better make sure we do this in order to execute versus Chadron. And in our meetings are different, you know, because right now we came off a win, and as a coaching staff, we got to make sure that we bring that same urgency to our players, and our players got to be ready to ready to go out and compete, because we're playing a good football team in Adams State.
What sort of problems do they present defensively? A lot of odd man fronts, things like that. What do they do? You
know, when you look at them defensively, they're kind of what you call non-traditional. They run a 3-3, which is, you know, what we run, but also you know, Mesa ran it. But they do a lot more stuff with their safeties in regards to putting them in the box to stop the run. And there's numerous times where they have 8, 9 in the box, and when you're looking at running the football, you know, there's only 7 guys to block them. So, you know, we're gonna have to make sure that we you know, are not just one-dimensional, and we got to put them in positions where they're going to have to get those safeties out of the box.
As Coach mentioned, it's always a tough game when these two teams get together. Ever since I've been here in 2007, I believe every game has kind of been decided in the fourth quarter, especially last season when Glenn Clinton really had that highlight reel tape run where he hurdled the defender on 3rd and long and got the first down that won the game. But other than that, if that run didn't happen, Adams State would have had all the momentum in the world, and that game last year in Alamosa could have been a little different. So I'm sure these guys are hungry to play you again.
Yeah, when you look at it, I mean, it's our program with the tradition we've had. You know, they know if they get us, it's a validation of where their program's heading. And when you look at it, you know, that's something that we know, wearing the eagle on our chest, and you know, we've got to go out there and match that intensity and know that we're going to get every team's best.
Well, Coach, after a really busy September, you're on the road for 3 road games. Went to Missouri, Texas, and Colorado. Just had the 1 home game here. October is going to be a nice change of pace. The Eagles will host Adams State this Saturday, host Colorado State University Pueblo the next Saturday, then play at Black Hills State, which isn't that far away, and then come back home and host a final game in the final weekend of October. So I'm sure you're probably looking forward to this month, as are your players.
You know, like I said, it's always nice to play at home. I mean, right now we're focused on Adams State, and we're going to give them guys the best game that we can.
All right, Coach. Well, best of luck to you. Just a reminder, that game will kick off at 1:30. Before that, there'll be plenty of homecoming festivities that I hope everyone can attend. And then the Athletic Hall of Fame, which will be inducting 7 new members. 3 of them football players, 2 of them still living will be here. Trevor Moon and Ryan Turman will be here during halftime to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. So it should be a great affair. Homecoming is always fun, but most importantly, Coach, get that win. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.